Welcome to the show. My name is Steven Shafer. Thank you for joining us today. We're blog.net. What could I say? I'm a thunder. So anyway, we are going to be answering a wonderful question for you today. I hope you are excited, and I hope you're having a fucking amazing, like, balls out your nose kind of day today. That's a phrase to tell your aunt and uncle. Okay, so today our question is, there's a few questions here. I don't think we're going to do all of them, but we'll see. We'll try to at least touch on them. I know I'm late to the party, but my friend... Oh, this is from Reddit, by the way. I know I'm late to the party, but my friend and I are doing this soon. Though with cash, phones, and ID, we have people to see, and we want to film and post our experiences online, possibly. And I need to know a few things. 1. How hard are the cops on you for sleeping outside if caught? For hitchhiking if caught. That was a slash there. 2. What states are hardest on you if caught? 3. How hard is it to find odd jobs / what is the best way to find them? 4. Any general advice, tips, things to look out for? Like I have heard you can read graffiti to find friendly places / people, etc. I don't know anything about the graffiti. That quite possibly could be true, but I very much so missed it. So yeah. So now the first few questions are about the police. That is not what I'm particularly interested in, because we already did a video on that. It's called like how to avoid legal trouble, and you can find that either on this play on my channel on YouTube, or you could find it on anywhereblog.net. So we're not going to cover that. There's a quick thing about states and whether, like, which ones are the hardest. I don't really know what states are the hardest for sleeping outside in particular. I know that New York and California seem to be the states that got the most nervous by my presence. We'll put it that way. I think, like, in California it was very common. Arizona too, now that I think about it. Let's put Arizona on the list too. In California and Arizona, it was very common for police to, like, question me for hitchhiking on the side of the road. And in New York was the only time that I ever got searched by a police officer. So I guess that, but frankly, if you follow the how to find a place to sleep guide, which is on the in one of my videos here, then you won't have to worry about cops. They shouldn't even be able to find you. So go watch that video. It's a good one. 2 thumbs up. And you'll enjoy it very much, and yeah, go watch that video. It's fun. So the question that does interest me the most is about odd jobs, and this is something that I think there is a lot of curiosity about. So we're going to discuss how to go and find odd jobs if you want to make a little moolah. The number one rule. This is the number one rule for so many things, and one of those things just so happens to be odd jobs. If you want something, ask. If you want something that you need to get from another person, ask. And this goes for anything in life. You know, it goes from asking the girl out on a date to getting the job you want to advertising for your business to whatever the hell you're going to do. If a person has the power to give or not give something to you, and you want that thing, ask. If you don't ask, they're probably not going to be able to figure out that you just want it, right? Like, there's no, like, look that you can have, like, this look says that I want an odd job, right? And then people can walk up to you and be like, hey, it looks like you want an odd job. You know, that's not going to happen. So ask people, and you're going to be wrong sometimes, and it's going to hurt because they're going to give you this look like, what the fuck are you asking me this for? And that's okay, because they legitimately can't understand why you're asking them that. So be prepared to ask people for awkward things. That just goes with hitchhiking. If you're not ready to ask, I mean, that's part of the joy and the great experience, because learning to get good at asking people for weird shit is an excellent skill to build up for the rest of your life. So ask. And ask like a motherfucker. Ask all the time. Ask regularly. Ask for things you don't even care that much about. So ask. Now, As for finding odd jobs, one, you'll want to go to smaller businesses, mom and pop businesses. Two, you want to go to businesses that don't seem like they have, that's not even true. I was going to say like too much of a reputation to build on. I mean, I got an odd job in Hawaii. This isn't technically part of the trip, but I got an odd job in Hawaii, like washing dishes, because somebody took me to the place one day and I thought it was really tasty and I liked the environment there. They had like cool, big, giant graffiti and all that cool stuff. And so I went there and I was just like, hey, I'm a traveler dude. Can I ask you for some food if I wash some dishes? And that kept happening, and then eventually they asked me if I wanted to work security for one of their events, and then I would get paid for that. And so that worked. That was cool. I was down for that. And I also got another job at a farm. I got 2 farm jobs. Both of them weren't very good, but in Hawaii, and neither one of them were very good. But got a little bit of payment there. Then the third one, what was? Oh, I got a job in Utah. Like I got this vibration that I wanted to get an odd job real quick, so I walked up to this guy who in this small little town in Utah called Green River and asked him if he had any work, and he was like, yeah, I do. And just ended up working there for a week, I think about a week, and got some money up for the road. In New York, in New Paltz, New York, there was this guy named Ken Fu, and he was building a hostel. And I had met Ken Fu, and a friend of mine that I had met in New Paltz suggested that I work for the guy a little bit, so I worked for him too. And yeah, I mean, it's strange, but if you really want a job, you just keep asking people. I mean, obviously, don't make yourself be smelly and gross and weird or anything like that. I mean, if you have technology, you could probably find stuff on Craigslist too. I don't really have experience with that, but you probably could. I hear technology is efficient. I mean, just ask people. Just ask people. Just like in anything in life, just ask, and don't stop asking. That's gonna come so in handy later on in life. Just ask. Always just ask. So. Other than that, there's really not much else I could say about it. Be open to strange possibilities and ask. And that's our little tidbit on how to find odd jobs. Nothing too beautiful to it, ladies and gentlemen. You just got to go through the work of asking, and then the actual work. So I hope you find all the odd jobs you want. I hope you become a millionaire, or at least a half a millionaire. And if you have any questions, please go to anywhereblog.net and press the Ask a Question button. That makes sense. And ask a question. And if you have a YouTube, if you go to YouTube, don't forget to press the subscribe button so you can get all the wonderful updates, because I think you'll like to see what's coming up next. Thank you very much for watching. As always, I'm very happy to be here. And if you are out there doing something fucking great and you know it, I know you know it, and you know that I don't know it, but you know it, and go out there and just keep doing it. You're a fucking hero. Thank you very much. Adios, my friends.